Bonjour, mes amis. I'm back again for another installment of Meet the Human, or How Balthazar Rules My Brain. I got a lot of really bitchin' topics, and I'm actually genuinely excited for them. They're all written down. My crappy handwriting, 2 pages of topics. So let's get cracking. Let us begin with Strawberry Syrup Tuesdays. If you're not following this game, you should be, because they kind of rock. So, okay, on the topic of candy, as promised, I will answer both in character and out of character. For Balth, he is ridiculously fond of dark chocolate. The darker the better. He prefers it bitter. Whether that's a reflection on his personality or not, I won't tell, because he threatened to kill me if I did. As for myself, I like everything from Swedish Fish to sour gummies to dark chocolate, milk chocolate. Hate white chocolate. It is the devil's own handiwork. Thanks for that, Lucy. Appreciate it. Candy buttons, Nerds Rope, Twizzlers, Necco wafers. I just really like candy. Yeah, and as for what candy reminds Balthazar of Gabriel, he has to go with candy buttons, because they are bright and colorful, and there's something about them that leaves you like wanting more. And he would also like to say that Peeps are a very close second, because they're sugary as balls, and they are bright and colorful, and that's just Gabe's personality to a T. Okay, next question from, again, Strawberry Syrup Tuesdays. Favorite date or thinking spots? Date spots for me, I don't go on many dates. Like a cafe with good food. I like food. I like coffee. A dive bar. Totally fond of dive bars with a billion different kinds of beer. That's cool. Or museum, park. I'm pretty much open for anything. But I don't really like doing the standard dinner in the movies, because that's lame and boring. For Balthazar, he really likes to take people to the opera, the theater, good restaurants, things like that, concerts, and what have you. Okay, and thinking spots. I think in the car when I'm driving. Yeah. If I need to really think something out, I'll get in the car and I'll just drive until it makes sense. Or wander around a store, or just sit down and drink coffee and glare moodily at the wall in a little diner and eat pie. Shut up, I'm not Dean Winchester, I know. Balth, though, prefers nature. I mean, which isn't to say that I don't. I go to parks and think sometimes, or I think while I'm cleaning, actually, a lot. Especially if I'm angry. Balth likes nature. He likes to go to a quiet spot in the wilderness and just sit down and think until it all makes sense again. Or his garden. He's got 2 houses. There's the flat, and if he's at the flat, he goes into his study and pours a glass of scotch. If he's at the manor in South France, he goes into the garden and walks until he's done thinking. TV show games. The example given was like Count the Meltdowns on my Super Sweet 16. TV show games that Balthazar and I play. We play Narrate It Yourself. So what I do is, when something's getting really stupid, we turn the sound down and narrate what the characters are actually doing, and that is our favorite game to play. Books Gabe reads to Balthazar, because Gabe really likes to read to Balthazar. He reads him adventure stories from like the golden age of literature. So 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, The Time Machine, H.G. Wells, Jules Verne, the works, you know what I'm talking about, the epic adventures and what have you. They once went on a giant Tolkien fest, and I mean, there was llama spread and talk of elves. It was ridiculous, but really kind of adorable. Okay, so Strawberry Syrup Tuesdays. I thank you for your topics. And moving on. All right, Winter Davenport. Top 5 costumes. I'm being nice. You realize I'm being nice, right? There was almost a really bad topic for her, and she was like, no. So I'm avoiding. Top 5 costumes that make Balth feel all purty and sexy. Her words, not mine. He likes to dress up like a soldier from different eras. He likes his uniforms, so that's 1. A priest, for obvious reasons. He thinks fireman is kind of played out, but he does it. Doctor. And anything involving leather or lace. There you go. Top 5 favorite movies for both of us. I did Balthazar's movies, and I did mine in my last Meet the Human video. But narrowing it down to top 5... For him, it is The Godfather. God damn. The Godfather, Gigi, Amelie, The Dawn Patrol. That's one of mine too. And really oddly, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. For me, yeah, that's 5. For me, The Dawn Patrol, I really like anything with Bette Davis in it. Let me see here. Like, top 5, this is really hard. Gosh, you put me on the spot. The Dawn Patrol, Princess Bride. It's trite, but I love it. Cowboys with John Wayne. I know, it's stupid. Boondock Saints and Jesus, I can't think of a 5th one. Aliens, the 2nd one, not the 1st one, not the 3rd one. I hate the 3rd one, but the 2nd one. Resurrection's pretty good too. Actually, you know what? Aliens and Predators. I feel like the new one should be on that list, so you can go ahead and take off Princess Bride because that's embarrassing. Anyways, okay, moving on. Angel and Deer. They also run a Metatron blog. Rather like a spokesperson. Brilliant. You should be following them. You should also be following Winter Davenport. Okay, summer movies. Which ones you've seen, which ones you're looking forward to, or just movies for the entire year. I know some good ones are coming out in the fall. I don't usually watch movies while they're still in the theater because I have a 5-year-old and it's really hard to find a sitter. And I don't know. It's a pain in the ass to leave the house. I'm lazy. Movies that I've seen. Star Trek. Amazeballs. Loved it. Loved it so much. Movies that I am looking forward to. I'm tentatively looking forward to World War Z. I'm worried about it, though, because I feel like it may not stay true to the book, and I loved the book more than, like, life itself. So I guess World War Z. I'm sure there's other ones, but I can't think of them right now. Sorry. Star Trek was amazing, and I'm looking forward to World War Z. There we go. OTPs. You should discuss your OTPs. Wow. That is a topic for a video all of its own, but a very brief rundown of OTPs for Balthazar. Obviously, my OTP to end all OTPs is Balthazar and Scotch. He ships himself with just about everyone, but the ones that make the most sense to me are Balthazar and Impala. How the fuck did that one even happen? But it's amazing, amazing, amazing crack ship of awesome. My screen went black for a second there, don't mind me. Balth and Impala, I ship Crowthazar, like burning. That's Crowley and Balthazar, because they are both in the business of soul stealing and crooked deals, and they would absolutely bond over booze, good booze, and snark and dislike of the Winchesters, although for different reasons. Crowley's like, they thwart my plans. Balth's like, my little brother. I want him to be safe. These are terrible influences, Cassie. Come be a pagan with me and Gabe. Be awesome. Balthazar and Gabriel. There's a ship. That is an amazing ship, and I love it. For bro TPs, Balth and Natasha, Black Widow from Marvelverse. They're adorable. He, like, adopted her as his charge, and then he was like, no, you're not just my charge, you're my little sister, and I'm gonna bug you all the time. That's right. And she's like, no. And he's like, pfft. And, Balthazar Moriarty, that's kind of amazing and weird, and I don't know how it happened, but it's fucking beautiful, because they both have these, like, really relaxed morals, and yet this super strong attachment to one another that I find absolutely fascinating. But, like, OTPs to end OTPs, Calthazar, Dalthazar, that's Dean and Balth. I know, you don't understand it, but, it's a beautiful, rare ship. Let it be free. Balth ships himself with the Metatron. Hardcore. That doesn't always work out well. See, you ask me these questions, and I can't... Crowley, like Good Omens Crowley, ships himself with that Crowley, too. It amazes me that Balth is able to pine after so many of your characters screech. I don't understand it, but it happens. I think that's enough about my ships, don't you? Oh, and Balth and Sarah. Hello, yes please, that's amazing. Balth and Lucifer, glorious ship, love it, in any incarnation of Lucifer. We'll touch more on that later. Let me see here, moving on. Okay. We're gonna keep it PG for a second. Can you talk about what, if anything, draws you to angels as far as supernatural? Because I like to hear people talk about it. That's from Mixario, who is amazing. She actually shopped me a picture of Balthazar's hawk's wings, for which I am eternally grateful. She's a fantastic person, a great role player. I love her OC Demon, Mixario. She's fantastic, and she's actually honestly one of the only people in Balthazar's life that he's like, platonically, I'm fond of you, you are my friend, we are friends, and I would never disrespect you by hitting on you or pressing any boundaries there. I understand that we are friends, we are amigos, and I respect that and enjoy that aspect of our relationship. I'm glad we're friends. He firmly considers Mick like his buddy. She probably is puzzled by that. So what draws me to the angels and supernatural? Honestly, it's their flaws. Angels are supposed to be these perfect righteous beings of awesome and amazing and, you know, like literally the old school definition of awesome. They fill you with awe. They are amazing to look upon. Behold their power and tremble. And yet these are these deeply flawed, emotional, fucked up characters. I mean, Michael, who is so devoted to this terrible cause that he tries to kickstart the apocalypse or goes along with the kickstarting of the apocalypse. Lucifer, who wants to wipe out humanity. Dick move, by the way. Gabriel, who's so terrified of getting involved with his family's shit that he runs away. You've got Balthazar, the angel of Scotch and bad decisions, and I honestly feel like their flaws are what make them unique. And okay, so I'm pagan. I am not usually like one to be all, you know, woo, angels, yeah, unless they're Valkyrie, because Valkyrie can kick ass. But no, I really think that it's their flaws, the juxtapositioning of angelic beings and all these, like, issues that they have. They have genuine issues, and they are deep and meaningful characters, and, like, I couldn't resist. That's basically where that's at. Thank you for the amazing question. Samandriel, Angel of the Lord, I'm gonna kind of piggyback your topic off of this. Why do you play Balth, and how do you do it so perfectly? Okay, I told you I was going to respect your wording, and I have. I originally wanted to say why Balth and why not so crappy, and she did not approve. Why do I play Balthazar? Because I identify extremely deeply with Balthazar. I am an older sister. I am the oldest out of 7. I am the peacekeeper that has always tried to keep my younger siblings out of trouble with the older forces that be, and yet at the same time I am the rebellious one. I identify with his personality a lot. We are deeply flawed beings stitched together entirely with good intentions and Scotch labels, and we're desperately trying to find approval, kind of, I guess. I guess that also answers the second part of your question. How do I do it so perfectly? Number one, I don't think I'm a perfect Balthazar, and I am tearing up a little bit, so shut up. Probably because I identify with him so very, 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 very much. All he wants out of life is for his little brother to be safe and happy, and to be able to live his life without having to worry about Cass, and at the same time worrying about Cass basically incessantly, and all of his younger baby angels that he raised, and it's fucking exhausting. But yeah, I'm right there with him. Just want the babies to be safe and happy, and want them to live lives that they consider to be fulfilling. Be happy. Okay, for a little levity, let me see here. We are going to go with the muses of Melissa. What's up? Starting with Lady X Morningstar, her female Lucifer blog. Balth's opinion on Femme Lucy, specifically Lady X Morningstar. Balth is slightly in awe of his older sister and adores her. He literally worships the ground she walks on, and has had a huge, giant crush on her since his wings started to lose their down. He loves her, like stupidly much, like ridiculous much. And his sexual needs and wants, and mine too. That's a fun question, Lucifer. Balth needs someone sexually that is experimental and willing to go after the crazy stuff, but at the same time he needs someone that is going to allow him to be tender and not look for aggressive domination from him, because he's not an aggressive sexual person. He's the chivalrous gentleman, and if he's required to be the top, then it's in a caretaker manner. Specifically, he's all about, tenderly being in control, and you have to trust me and let me believe that I know what's going to make you feel good. And he kind of prefers to bottom, though, and have someone else be in charge and let them lead, because that way he knows that they're completely comfortable with everything that's going on. As for what he wants, basically the same thing, an equal partner that is able to openly communicate their wants, needs, and desires with him so that he can fulfill them, because it's no fun to play if you aren't talking it out and don't know exactly what, you know, what you want, what's going on in the bed and out of the bed. Communication is the basis for all good relationships, children. Pay attention to that. As for myself, I swear to God, there are some days I think I might be, like, verging on asexual. I have no idea. Let me see here. So, essentially, I don't know, dude. It's been a while. What I want out of a relationship in a sexual sense, I guess, would be someone, I mean, obviously I'm not a top. Hello, hi, yeah. Well, okay, all right, I'm switchy. I have my moments, you know? Somebody who's going to understand that I am kind of like the switchiest switch that ever switched. So, I mean, obviously you're still in charge even if I want to pretend like I'm in charge for like 10 minutes. Yeah. A dominant that cares and pays attention and learns my moods and my needs and my wants and the things that turn me on and the things that irritate me, and just like it's the little stuff. Someone that's gonna know that, like, putting their hand on my neck turns me on like crazy, and someone who's gonna take the time to figure out exactly the right pressure, and someone who's gonna let me take the time to explore and play and have fun and is a really good communicator, because, again, communication is the most important thing in a relationship. Okay, so, X, watch out for Sammy. That is her Dean Muse. He wants to know my favorite types of music. I like classic rock, obviously. I don't think you can honestly be a part of this fandom if you don't like classic rock, because there's just so much of it. Let me see here. I like jazz a lot. And big band music, swing music, Glenn Miller Orchestra, Frank Sinatra, but I like blues too. There are some people who would argue that, like, people like Peggy Lee aren't necessarily blues, but I really love Peggy Lee, Carla Bruni for a modern example, classical music. I actually played classical flute until American Pie came out, and then it got entirely fucking ridiculous with the bullying and people asking me if I went to band camp, so punched a guy in the face and quit the flute. Sucked, but whatever. Anywho, so yeah, no, classical music, jazz, really love jazz, Zydeco, Cajun blues, amazing, southern rock, classic rock, swing house, really good, swing bop, electro bop, whatever the fuck it's called, that's amazing. Anyways, no Moose references. Also, Melissa's Sam wants to know my favorite documentaries. I don't actually watch documentaries as often as I like to watch documentaries. I watch a lot of Nova, so stuff about the galaxy. I watch a lot of stuff on the History Channel, like Underground Cities is a favorite of mine, where it explores the subterranean infrastructure of cities and their uses and what have you. Just watched one the other day on Mayan underground, like, tunnels and what have you in the temples that would have allowed the priests to pop out from side to side and look like they were manifesting out of whatever, I can't pronounce it, the Mayan underworld. I made an attempt. An attempt was made. They did one in New York. Did you know that there's seriously, like, a river running through a portion of the city, and, like, buildings are built over top of it, and the river just, like, runs underneath the buildings, and they have, like, specialized foundations. It's like an aqueduct. I did not know this. This is what's going on in New York, apparently. I had no idea, but I thought it was totally bitchin'. So, I watch a lot of stuff like that. And I watch a lot paranormal shows. Ghost Adventures. I mainly watch Ghost Adventures because that show, I feel like, is literally like, come at me, ghost bro, and it cracks me the fuck up. Cracks me the fuck up. I can't handle it. I spent half the show just like I'm amazed that they have not just like busted out with an actual "come at me, bro." It's funny to me. It's amusing. Dead File scares the shit out of me though. Hello and welcome to my paranoia. Okay. Save my favorites for last. Alright, so we are going to go X-rated for a minute, so cover your ears if you're under the age of 18. Porn preferences. This is from Angelic Muse, my spirit sister, Christina. There we go. That's a heart. Okay. What's up, sis? Anyways, she wants to know my porn preferences. Thank you, Sir Raphael. I appreciate that. Fucking muses, honestly. I'm going to answer this in character and out of character. Balth likes porn with... actually, we both really like porn with actual real orgasms as opposed to the faked ones. We like our lesbians to have trim nails and not acrylics. He doesn't really watch as much het porn as I do. And when he does, there's a dominance element to it because, well, he's Balthazar and he likes that. He gets off on more the physical side of things than I do. I prefer a good round of dirty talk because that's what makes my motorboat go. And oddly enough, we can both agree on, like, gay porn to watch. I mean, male porn. It's attractive. I don't know what to tell you. Age gaps are fantastic. Daddy kink's amazing. Costumes, if they're not overt and ridiculous. Obviously, clearly, we both have a giant priest kink. I don't know how that happened, and quite frankly, I blame Tumblr. But, you know, that's another thing entirely. Let me see here. No, I think I've hit the main ones. Age gaps is a huge thing lately. And the moment of penetration. Yeah. Doesn't matter if it's het or, like, not. It's good stuff. And dirty talk, definitely mild degradation, as long as it's, like, I guess, loving or affectionate would be the best way to put it. I'm telling you way more about myself than I intended to tonight, but I am an open book. Alright, and you can uncover your ears if you're under 18 now. So we're done with the porn talk. Oh, no, wait, no, we're not. Earmuffs, children. Bondage. Yes. Bondage is amazing. The Japanese rope tying. Shibari? Maybe that's what it's called, maybe it's not. Amazing. Yeah, no. Dominance. Submission. Attractive. Throat grabbing. Attractive. Yes. Not choking. Not attractive. Fakey blowjobs where the girls are like choking on cock. Not attractive. Or guys. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be heteronormative. It's just not attractive. We like stuff that looks as though it could be real. That's the good stuff. Okay, alright. Unmuffed children. I made a joke. I would say sorry, but I'm not. Okay, and then motor oil and alcohol. That's actually another one of my sister's blogs. That's Impala, who Balth is stupid in love with. Favorite 60s musician or musician period? Favorite 60s musician is the Zombies. Judge me all you want, but I love the Zombies more than pie, I guess. I don't know. I love them a lot, is my point. Favorite musician, period. You know what? I actually have a little rant here about Josh Homme and his fucking attractive face. God damn it, sir. Your face. Damn it. Seriously. It's just not fair. Favorite musician, period. I really want to say it's Jim Morrison. Josh Homme's attractive and all, but Jim Morrison, The Doors. I just love the fuck out of the Doors. And, you know, the Zombies, the Beatles, what have you. Peggy Lee. It's good stuff. Bing Crosby, also amazing. But no, yeah, no, Jim Morrison's probably a favorite musician, period, because his lyrics are amazeballs. And the Zombies are our favorite 60s band. And that is... Jesus fucking Christ, is that it? Hang on. I'm checking. You guys think I'm joking. I wrote all this crap down. Yeah, no, that's it. Alright, I love you. You guys rock. Thank you for filling my crazy need to just like randomly make a video. 717 followers, because 2 people unfollowed. Bye. I guess you don't like me then. Or just don't care to follow Balth, at which point, you know, I respect your decision. Whatever. It still startles the crap out of me that you guys are even here. Thank you. I'm shocked. I'm stunned. I'm amazed. I'm honored. I'm pleased. I'm proud. And yeah, no, I'm proud. I'm proud. This blog started as a cracky moment where I sent a headcanon to a Gabriel that unfortunately I no longer talk to. You guys have been here through it all, I guess. Thank you for being here. Yeah? Yeah, no, rock on. I might make this a weekly thing, so prepare your questions, kids. And yes, as you can see, this is a V-neck. I do blame Balthazar, and I know you can't really tell, but the stripes are not gray. They're actually French blue. Another thing I blame Balth for. I'm rambling at this point, which means that the espresso has definitely absolutely kicked in, so I'm gonna go. I love you guys. Stay awesome. Au revoir, mes amis.